everyone, welcome back. I hope you're all doing really well. And if you're new, make sure and hit that like and subscribe so you don't miss any more of the bookish fun. Because today I've got just a short wrap-up video of all the books that I read last month in September, and I was slack and I only got through 8. And then of course I've got to be rocking because it's spooky season. And if you haven't noticed, it's my favorite, so I am more than prepared, and that will show in the books that I've got for you today as well. Because I read a comedy that didn't hit the mark, some, fantasy horror, and some action adventure, as well as one fairy tale. Well, I finished up the last book of a fairy tale series that, oh my goodness, I loved it. It was so just not what I was expecting after, growing up on these princesses. So, yeah. Because the first book that I finished off in September, and I will link the reviews for these so you can get the full feel of them instead of just a quick overview in the descriptions. It was Bad Beauty by Anita Vale, and it's the series finale of this little 4-part Dark Queen fairy tale. And it follows, of course, Beauty is Belle. We've got Rapunzel, Snow White, and Cinderella, with little guest visits from the dwarves and some Sleeping Beauty vibes, and Hansel and Gretel. So, yeah. And, we get friggin', fairies, not just, God Nutter, or, that, I didn't stutter, that's correct. They don't call her fairy godmother, she's God Nutter, because woman is a mess. But it's the conclusion of everything, and I love this series because it takes what we think we know about these princesses, and it goes, they're not so sweet and innocent. They all have some evil sides. So, and this just wraps it up. We get to see just how evil Belle can be. And then, of course, well, it's still a fairy tale. There's mostly happy endings, but you will not see them coming if you have watched any of these movies, as much as I have. So, it's fun. It's on Kindle Unlimited, the whole series. So definitely go check that one out if that sounds up your alley. I also read Double Whammy by Hyacinth, and this was a recommendation from Christopher Moore, which I think that was the mistake of, dude, it's Christopher Moore. If he says it's good, it's freaking awesome. And so it just had zero chance of ever actually hitting the mark. But this is just, it's another kind of nature-y satire. Florida is a mess. Like, I'm pretty sure he, invented that genre, because this is a very old book. It's been around for quite a while, and we all know the stories, at least one about, the Florida man. You turn on the news, you hear something stupid, you're like, there's a 1 in 3 chance it's somebody from Florida. This plays into that a lot. And this one is basically, somehow bass fishing becomes, motive for, multiple murders. And then this is the first book in the Skink series, who is actually the only character in this book that I actually like, because he was very complex. He starts off as just your normal, crazy, off their meds hermit that would rather shoot you than have to look at you more than 2 seconds, and lives off roadkill. And when you find out who he really is and how he turned into that part is pretty good. And watching some of the people get kind of what they deserve, but a lot of it is just, okay, they didn't get what they deserved, and I wanted to smack them up a lot more. And just, it tried. It might be, something for you, but didn't hit the mark for me. And then, what is prepping for spooky season without monsters? And who is one of the best horror writers? Dean Koontz. So, Frankenstein. This apparently is a full-blown series. And this is actually the first book. It's Prodigal Son. And so what we're introduced is basically, we've got some, dude trying to be, like, immortal and create this whole new race of, we're gonna take over humanity and infiltrate their system, and I'm gonna be your god. And then his first creation was Frankenstein. Like, now he makes people in labs, but Frankenstein was made how you expect, with body parts of, dug up murderous criminals. And he's, trying to be good. He's gotten over his, I want to kill everybody, rage. And he's in a monastery when this book starts out, and then goes, hey, that guy that created you, that was a human? Yeah, that sucker ain't dead, even though you're over 200 years old. So, we need to do something about this. And so we get to see, it takes place in New York. Or, no, not New York, I'm sorry. So often there's murder mysteries, that's, if there's gonna be serial killers, it's New York City. But no, this is in Louisiana, which is awesome. Because, come on now. You gotta have some haunty stuff there. And it is just, it's fun. We've got this all going on. You've got the murder mysteries. You've got the humans that aren't humans. Some kind of, are they finally going to or not? Relationship with the partner detectives. And is it Frankenstein's monsters? Of course, now he doesn't call himself Frankenstein. Now he's pretending that he's this very, conscientious mannered, nice, rich dude all into philanthropy and giving back to all these charities, when really he's just making sure that he has the right power to, in case he ever gets caught, creating people and sending them out to do his dirty work. And how if they dare to have a thought of their own, if, he will somehow know and has a landfill just for their bodies. But that's not going well for him. So, I definitely am curious. I've got to find at least the next book in this series to see how this goes on, because he starts off, there's some messed upness going on, and by the end, his creations they haven't turned on him, but they're not what they started out as, so I'm curious how that's going to play out. So, definitely really fun. Go check that one out. I got the full review that will be linked for you down below in descriptions. I also read a pair of books by Rick Chesler. It finished off so far 3 books in the Bibliophile series. It's an action adventure, basically these team of treasure hunters finding all the stuff that's supposed to be legendary, and of course getting almost killed in the process. And I enjoy this series, and at the same time I'm like, y'all are ex-military. Why are you not killing these guys that have repeatedly tried to murder you and everybody around you? And whether they're innocent, whether they're working for you, whatever, we don't care. We're gonna take out anybody to get the treasure and stay richer. Like, you'd be doing the world a favor at this point. But there is one where they're finding the Ark, and this again is a Kindle Unlimited, and they're following the Ark and like, hey, the Noah's Ark exists. We found it. And they have a fight over that, and kind of accidentally leak all this and try to spite this guy that has tried to murder them on several occasions, because he found out, oh, they're looking at this cool treasure. We're gonna kill him, and then we're gonna take the treasure. And how much, better can you get than something from the Bible? You can pretty much own the world if you can prove anything from that is real. You will be worshipped, you will be rich, you will be untouchable. So, of course, he's all about it. They just want to go, hey, we're the good guys. This should be available to everybody, not to private collectors. And then the second book is about, that I finished from them is El Dorado. And again, we've got the same bad guys, because our heroes are good and won't off murderers, even in self-defense. So, we start off in, it's basically some artifact that's been linked to this. El Dorado tribe is up for auction in New York City. Our good guy wins it and then is promptly followed to Central Park. Mugged, was going to be murdered. They take this, little relic. He gets the key part, which is, hidden note in there to tell him where to go look. And they find El Dorado in the middle of course, the rainforest. So, of course, you can't go to the rainforest. You can't go looking for legendary cities without all kinds of craziness ensuing. Helicopter fights, cops chasing you, running into random tribesmen that, are they friendly? Are they going to eat me? What's going to happen? So, we get to see some interactions with that. We get to, kind of envision these really cool landscapes of places that I'm going to stick to the movies since, the Amazon rainforest sounds amazing, except for that, everything there wants to kill you, from the plants to the people, so, plus it's outdoors, and I'm going to enjoy reading about it and looking at it on TV, and this did a good job of really making you feel like you were into it, and getting to visit there, so that was really awesome. So if you want that nice, lots of adventure, lots of battles, some kind of legendary hunt for something, this definitely fits that bill. And it was really fun. And an author that, I had been reading something else at home, but, Kendall went, hey, you just finished this book, you want to try that? And yes, please. I had to devour the entire trilogy. It's the Ocs Chronicles by Ivy Asher. And, oh my goodness, that, it wasn't so much the plot for me for the first two books as just the main character and her cousins and everybody else involved, just the snark, the sass, just, she's even given herself trash and threatening her own emotions and body parts. And it cracked me up. I loved it. As it starts off as, it's the first in the book in the series is the Bone Witch. Then we get the Blood Witch and Found Witch. And the first two, it was all about the characters. The third one, they're lucky the plot was good because she got stupid and it kind of ticked me off. But the Bone Witch and the Blood Witch is kind of with respect of our main character is a Bone Witch, which she came into her powers because the former Bone Witch in her family died, and her response to that, just the beginning, kind of sets the tone for the whole book of just, there's a lot of F-bombs, and she was dropping them left, right, and center, because she was not happy. And she just had a freak out, and it was so much fun. Cue in the Blood Witch, the creep that goes, instead of going and saying, hey, I had an appointment with your grandma, who is now dead, to help me find my missing brother. Apparently your replacement helped me. No, he just walks in and magically enslaves her, and when she has the audacity to fight back, he roofies her, pretty much. He goes, haha, you can't do anything to me without suffering the same fate you tried to inflict on my very deservedly, self. And then goes straight up caveman of, we're married and she's totally having my babies. She just doesn't know it yet because she had zero say in it. And tries to fight off and literally drags her away from anybody else that looks at her or that she dares to look at, including his friends, because he has dibs. He just forgot to ask her. And she's drop kicking her own self for going, I should beat the crap out of him repeatedly, but if he hadn't talked, I would have climbed him, because, oh my god, he's hot. And so we get a lot of that for the first two. She's looking for, her missing, his missing brother, and apparently some other missing witches. And ends up involved with demons and all kinds of betrayals by him, left, right, and center. And we get to meet, like, the witch law enforcement agency, which is the Order. And there's all kinds of, shenanigans going on there. And then you get to the series finale, The Bound Witch. And instead of her admitting that, he's a piece of trash, that she needs to stop being one of those, stupid girls that, he doesn't let me have any say, and he beats me and completely runs my life, but he's hot. Yeah, no. We're gonna get over that crap. And then she was, well, when he finally had to deal with consequences other than me saying screw you and hitting him, and had some very, very bad consequences to his being a lying, cheating, backstabbing, just worthless piece of trash human, well, he felt bad, and he's hot. So we're gonna start this book off with, random 20, 30 page adult scenes where she occasionally remembers that, she needs to put him down a little bit because he's a prick. It's like, so it's like, I'm going to thank the, gods for sending me such pleasure, but, tell him that he needs to work on it just to, knock him down a peg or two, even though she'll totally do anything he asks so long as she gets to have her fun again soon. So that part is like, what? There's a reason that he got in trouble with your family, and that you made out with some other dude and told him he was trash and you will never touch him again and stay the hell away from you or else. And now y'all are banging and, we're so in love. You're an idiot. What the heck? But the plot itself in the third book is really good. So that makes up mostly for the fact that she gets, hornball stupid. So definitely, we went from character running things to the plot running things to make it worth it. But either way, it's so good. I've already downloaded another book from one of her other series. So go on Kindle, get your witch on. It's so much fun. So I hope, one of those sounds up your alley, because I definitely, for the most part, I enjoyed everything I read. I will link them down below, and I will see you soon. Bye. Happy reading.